Welcome to the J-Man Movie Buzz. Here are today's end-of-term movie review for term 3. Today's first movie is called Boulevard with Robin Williams in his final movie. If you haven't seen it, it's synopsis. Starring Robin Williams in his remarkable final on-screen performance, Boulevard follows married but closeted 60-year-old bank employee Nolan Williams, whose spontaneous turn down on an unknown street upends his monotonous life and crumbling marriage. I love Robin Williams. He's such a good actor. I'm going to miss him. God rest his soul. R.I.P. Robin Williams. My next movie is called Cop Car with Kevin Bacon. I love Kevin Bacon ever since Footloose and White Men Can't Jump. And he's married to this actress named Kara Sedgwick. My second last movie is called Slow Learners with Adam Pally and Sarah Burns. At home I got Adam Pally in a movie called Search Party, which is like The Hangover in Mexico. My last movie is called Dirty Weekend with Matthew Broderick and Alice Eve. The last movie I saw with Alice Eve was Sex and the City 2, where she played Erin, Charlotte Gordon Black's Irish nanny. And here's my other movies I like to review. We bought a zoo with Matt Damon, Scarlett Johansson. I like Matt Damon. And now he's in a movie called The Martian, which is out in cinemas now. My next movie is Look Who's Talking, which is part 1 about baby Mikey. Kirstie Alley plays Molly, a single parent, and John Travolta plays James, a cab driver who becomes Mikey's babysitter when Molly goes out on dates to find Mikey a father. Then came Look Who's Talking 2. I forgot to tell you, in Look Who's Talking, Bruce Willis does the voice of Mikey. In Look Who's Talking 2, Bruce Willis is back as the voice of Mikey. This time, Roseanne Barr does the voice of his baby sister Julie, and Damon Wayans does the voice of Mikey's friend Eddie. And the last movie is, in the Look Who's Talking trilogy, is Look Who's Talking Now, John Travolta, Kirstie Alley. This time the dog does the talking. Danny DeVito as the voice of the mongrel Rox, and Diane Keaton as the pampered Daphne. Now my Hugh Grant collection. Okay. Now my Hugh Grant collection. Starting with 4 Weddings and a Funeral. This is the movie that started Hugh Grant's career, and Andie MacDowell is in it as well. Then he did 9 Months with Julianne Moore. Robin Williams is in this as a Russian doctor. Tom Arnold, Joan Cusack, Jeff Goldblum. This movie is about pregnancy. The next movie I got with Hugh Grant is Notting Hill, Julia Roberts and Hugh Grant. Hugh Grant plays William Thacker, owner of a bookshop in Notting Hill in London, and Julia Roberts plays this movie star by the name of Anna Scott. And it has a song by Ronnie Keating. It's got a song by Ronnie Keating in it. Yeah. Then he did. Where is it? Then he did Bridget Jones's Diary, which is part one of the two-parter Bridget Jones movie. Bridget Jones is played by Renee Zellweger, Colin Firth is in it as Mark Darcy, and Hugh Grant as Bridget Jones's boss, Daniel Cleaver, whom that Bridget likes and loves, but she ends up picking Mark Darcy. Then he did Mickey Blue Eyes. In this movie, Nicholas Hoult makes his feature film debut. His mom in this movie is Toni Collette. Rachel Weisz is in it, and it's directed by Paul White from American Pie. Then he did Mickey Blue Eyes with James Caan and Ginger Bourne. This one, Hugh Grant plays Michael Falgate, an auctioneer in an auction house in New York.
What did you say, buddy?
Then he did Love Actually. Hugh Grant is in this movie about 10 stories about Christmas. Got an all-star cast. Colin Firth is in it again. Laura Linney, Emma Thompson, Bill Nye. And this is movie about Christmas. Then he did 2 weeks notice then Hugh Grant did 2 weeks notice with Sandra Bullock. Sandra Bullock plays this lawyer by the name of Lizzie Kelson. She wants to work for Wade Industries, but she wants to work there as a lawyer. But Hugh Grant just hires her just to interview girlfriends for him. But in this movie, they end up falling in love. Then Hugh Grant did Bridget Jones, The Edge of Reason. This is the part 2 of the Bridget Jones trilogy. Renee Zellweger's back as Bridget Jones. Colin Firth is back as Mark Darcy. Hugh Grant is back as Daniel Cleaver. This time, Daniel Cleaver is a reporter on TV. Then he did this movie called American Dreams, which is like American Idol. Hugh Grant plays his host of American Dreams. Mandy Moore's in it, Dennis Quaid, Chris Klein. It's directed by Paul White, who did About a Boy.
490 or something like that.
Then he did music and lyrics. In this movie, the 2 actors in this movie were named nearly rhyme. Hugh and Drew. Hugh Grant and Drew Barrymore. This movie he plays Alex Fletcher, a pop star from the band called Pop. And they've got the song Pop Goes My Heart. And then he did this movie with Sarah Jessica Parker called Did You Hear About the Morgans? They're going to a witness protection program in Wyoming after they witness a murder. The next movie is called The Rewrite. This movie Hugh Grant did with Marisa Tomei and Bella Heathcote, who's an Australian. My last movies for today are my Zac Efron collection, so let's get to it. My first movie in my Zac Efron collection is High School Musical, which started the Zac Efron mania thing. I like Zac Efron. Then he did Hairspray. In this one, Zac Efron plays Link Larkin, a dancer on the Cordy Collins show. Tracy Turnblad likes Link Larkin. Then he did High School Musical 2, which I gave away. Then he did Me and Orson Welles with Christian McKay and Claire Danes. I like Yeah. Zac Efron did this movie with Claire Danes and Christian McKay. This is directed by Richard Linklater, who did School of Rock and Boyhood. Then he did High School Musical 3 Senior Year. This is the finale to the whole High School Musical trilogy. In this movie, they graduate high school. Then he did 17 again. In this movie, Zac Efron shares the same role with Matthew Perry from Friends and Leslie Mann. And Tom, yeah, this is a good time warp body swap movie. Then he did Charlie St. Cloud with him, Kim Basinger. This is the movie where his brother died. In this movie, it's called New Year's Eve, which is a sequel to Valentine's Day. In this movie, Zac Efron is one of the characters in the stories about New Year's Eve. In this movie, he shares the story with his Hairspray co-star Michelle Pfeiffer. Then Zac Efron was in the Lorax. He plays Ted. And then in this movie, he shares the voice with Betty White, Taylor Swift, Ed Helms, Danny DeVito. Then he did The Paperboy with Zac Efron. Then he did the movie The Paperboy with Nicole Kidman, John Cusack, Matthew McConaughey, distributed by Lee Daniels, who did The Butler. Then he did The Lucky One, which is a Nicholas Sparks movie. Then he did At Any Price, Dennis Quaid. It's about Zac Efron who wants to be a race car driver, but his father wants him to go into his farming business. Then he was in That Awkward Moment, aka Are We Officially Dating? This is what that's what this movie is called here in Australia. It's got Miles Teller, who's in Fantastic Four and Whiplash. And my very last Zac Efron movie is called Bad Neighbours with Rose Byrne and Seth Rogen. In this one, he plays Teddy Sanders, a fraternity club president who moves into the neighborhood where Zac Efron and Seth Rogen live. That's all my movies for today. That's all my movies for today. I'm the J-Man saying, have a good 2-week holiday and I'll see you next term. Bye.